Well, hello, General Hospital Daily Recap fans. Today's daily recap is for Wednesday, November the 16th, 2022. Wednesday, November the 16th. Today was just a so-so day. I mean, we have little Leo finding Dex's phone he hears a little chime in the bush, and he finds the phone, but the phone was dying, probably what that chime was. And he ends up asking Michael, because Michael came out, said, listen, Olivia called, she wants you to come up to the main house. And he goes, can you show me how this thing works, because it's not coming on? And Michael's like, well, that's because it's dead. And he's like, well, when we charge it, or Michael said it needs to be charged. He goes, can I have it? And he goes, no, you can't have it. It obviously belongs to someone, and we will have to get it back to them. So, they go into the house, and, they end up going, he and Michael upstairs to find a charger for the phone. And then Leo comes downstairs, and he's like, I'm hungry now. I'm going home. So he bounces out the door. And this whole time we have a whole lot of conversation with boring Drew and Willow about finding her parents and how he can help. He can get an investigative report around, just yada, yada, yada. I fast forwarded all of their conversations, all of it, because it was just that boring to me. So, okay, we're back to Carly going into Britt's room. And when the door closes, Nina walks around the corner. Oh, Carly. What would Drew have to say about this? See, that's Nina. That's Nina. So, of course, when Nina goes downstairs, she couldn't wait. Could not wait. He goes, hey, how did the emergency go with the guests? You put out the fire? Yeah, put out one fire and ran into another. We're like, ooh. He goes, well, what other fire? Oh, nothing. No. Well, you've already started. What other fire? What happened? Well, I saw Britt. I saw Carly go into your friend Brick's hotel room. He goes, wait, what? Yeah. He was telling Carly, how gorgeous she looks as always, and he would always be there for her. And Carly went into the room. And Sonny's like, oh, wait, what? Yeah. But I don't know exactly what was going on, but he sure was flirting with her. He goes, he always flirts with Carly. Yeah, but okay. But does that bother you? Does it bother you? He's like, Carly's business is Carly's business. However, Brick works for me and is close to me. So I will find out what's going on, because that's kind of one of those boundary off limits thing. See, he could do that with his other employees, but Carly and Jason were best friends through all their divorces. Okay. But Brick was never that close to Carly like that, so anyway, Brick comes down, and Sonny questions him. And Brick is like, yeah, Carly did come. She asked me to do something for her. She came to my room for a little bit till she, gave her what she needed. She was on her way. He goes, so he goes, well, what does she want? What does she need? He goes, I don't want to tell you that. And Sonny looks at him and he goes, look, I gave Carly my word. It's a confidence. He said, but I could absolutely assure you, Sonny, that nothing inappropriate happened between me and Carly. Nothing. And so he says, now, if you're going to insist I tell you, kind of like, going back on my word, not being a man of my word, then I'll tell you I work for you. But you need to, I wish you would just take my word, because he's like, I've never lied to you, right? So Sonny looked at him, and Sonny said, no, you know what? If you tell me that it wasn't anything, there's nothing going on between you and Carly, nothing inappropriate happened, I'm going to take you for your word, Brick. Because we've known each other for a long time. And he's like, good. Because nothing is going on. So he picked up his to-go food, and Nina comes up. Would you like to have dinner with us? And he's probably thinking, no, I know you're the one that told him, right? So he goes, no, no, no. And the waitress brought his to-go. And he goes, no, no, I've got other things I need to do, but thanks for the invitation. And he leaves. And so Sonny, they sit down, and she goes, so what did he say? What did he say happened? See, Sonny needs to see exactly what's in front of his face. Because he said nothing happened between him and Carly. They had some business to, Carly needed him to do something for her. And do you believe him? Trying to just stir up the pot. Trying to stir up. And he goes, yeah, I believe him. Oh, okay. Because and before, when she and Sonny were talking before Britt came back, Nina was like, oh, see, here we go. Carly's going to be so mad at me for telling. And Sonny's like, for one, Nina, how would Carly even know you said anything to me? So stay out of it. I've told you so many times to just stay out of Carly's business. See? So then he goes, well, okay, but I know it bothers you, but I have to wonder, did it bother you because, she was in Brick's room, or did it bother you or that Brick works for you, or did it bother you because Carly is your ex-wife? And he's looking at Nina like, wait, what? See, she cannot stir a pot. She can't. And Sonny doesn't like mess. He never, when Carly used to be nosy, buttoning everybody's, Sonny couldn't stand it. And soon enough, he's going to be so absolutely 100% tired of Nina. 100%. Because she's nothing but a troublemaker. To the nth degree. He told her to stay out of it, and you want to know what? The very next time she sees Carly, oh, she can't help herself. She's going to say something. She's going to. I can't wait. Can't wait. Or even when she sees Drew, she's going to say something. Even though Sonny told her not to, she's going to do it. She's not going to listen to him. Okay. So now we have, let's see, what else do we have? We have, oh, that's where Sonny's telling her, no, you need to just stay out of it. And that's her look when she goes, oh, is it because Carly is your ex-wife? So Nina is just her own absolute positive worst enemy, and I love it. Carly gets the antibiotics back to Dex after Jocelyn and Dex are talking. And Dex is still delirious, but Jocelyn's talking to him, calling her beautiful, and she's eating it up, talking about we're good friends. He goes, why would you do all this for a stranger? We're not strangers. And they're talking, and she's rubbing his head and just, oh, Jocelyn, Carly saw it. She could see it, right? So when Carly got back, they gave Dex the antibiotics, and she said the fever should break by morning because they were strong antibiotics. And she and Jocelyn were talking. And so she's like, you know what, Josh, you're probably going to stay here all night, aren't you? And she's like, well, somebody has to look out for him. And she goes, Mom, I did not seek Dex out. Dex did not come to the Quartermains seeking me out. There's no way he knew I would even be there. I happened to find him. That put me in it. And I'm going to see it to the end. And so then she was talking, and Jocelyn's like, Carly's like, you're going to need to be careful, because they were talking about disrupting of lives, like how Esme disrupts lives. And Sonny and Carly said, you're going to have to be careful, because someone else could disrupt your life. And she looked over at at Dex, right? Because she sees the way Jocelyn looks at him and everything. Jocelyn's like, no, we are just friends. You know, I mean, we got closer after we both saved Ava. You know, I don't know him all that well, but we are friends, you know, and that's it. And Carter's like, well, okay. She goes, you know, you are like me. She goes, it's like looking in a mirror. She said, I'm just going to tell you, Jocelyn, be careful, be vigilant. Esme's still out there. Just be careful. So Nicholas comes into Esme's room. Carly leaves. Nicholas comes into Esme's room. And of course, I'm skipping the whole Elizabeth talking to her father, Jeff Weber story. No, no, no. That gets none of my time, none whatsoever, right? So Nicholas tells her, pack your things, what little there are of it. I'm taking you to a place where nobody can find you and you can't get away from. And she's like, I'm not. He goes, oh, you're leaving. This Nicholas is definitely more forceful, right? And so she goes, how do I know you wouldn't push me out of the helicopter over, or was it the plane? Because you know what? If he's taking her to Cassadine Island in Greece, they can't take no helicopter. But maybe the helicopter ride will take them to the airport, maybe. So anyway, because that could happen. So anyway, she goes, how do I know you wouldn't push me out of the helicopter or over onto the ocean? He goes, because you're carrying my child. Now, if you weren't, you would, you had no way of knowing that, right? So all of a sudden, and he looks, he goes, you are acting, you're faking. I'm not about to believe it. I'm not buying into it. No, no, you've never been pregnant. You don't know what it's like to lose a child. And I'm thinking, and neither do you. You know? Oh, but she's doing such a good acting job. And the helper, he goes over to her because Nicholas tells him so. No, Nicholas says, don't believe her because he goes, boss. He goes, no, she's acting. No, no, help me, Donnie, or whatever his name is. And he goes over to her. She's just holding his head. Please give me some help. Please, my baby. Oh, he's just soaking it in. And I'm thinking, you're lying. You 100% are absolutely lying, right? So Nicholas, then the next scene it shows Nicholas comes back saying, don't worry, help is on his way. And he kind of brushes her hair off. He goes, her hair off of her face. And he goes, and if you are lying, I forget what he told her, but almost like, you think you're hurting now? You're playing hurting now? Yeah, you're going to be hurt. And she's just looking, I'm not playing. So Elizabeth is who he calls. And he goes, I think Elizabeth comes. That's who she leaves talking to Finn about, right? She was talking with Finn, but she gets this call and she leaves. And Finn is like, right now he goes, yes, and I can't tell you where. I've just got something to take care of. So he says, look, I think she's lying, but I need you to check her out. And she goes, okay, I will check her out this once for you, right? So they go to the room and there's no Esme laying on the bed, right? No Esme. And in my mind, I'm thinking that's because your worker, your employee has taken her. See, Esme is so good at manipulating. She knew she could get him to trust her and take her out of there. And that's probably exactly what happened. Because now he's looking like, oh shoot, where is she now? Right? And Elizabeth's gonna say, see, I told you 100% all along. It was a bad idea for you to think you could, keep this situation under control, Nicholas. So once again, we'll see tomorrow what happens to Esme, what happened, did the guy take her out of there? Because let's face it, they're not gonna the soap is not gonna let Nicholas take her anywhere, because then we wouldn't see Esme anymore. It's kind of like she was in Canada, right? So this is her escape. probably, so we'll see tomorrow how that works out. So let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Hello there says, seriously, Nina needs to get a life. I'm hoping Sunny catches wise to her and drops her like a hot potato. I can't believe the writers are making him so blind to her. Really, she's being very disingenuous to him as well. Time for the writers to drop this nauseating couple. I know, they're just a horrible couple. Treasure Island says, it was Derek Wells, aka Julian Jerome, that hired Nina. I could not remember who hired Nina. Thank you so much, Treasure Island. Tom says, Esme is not preggo. Did you see her jump jump on the bed belly first? Oh, she's done that a couple of times. What pregnant lady would do that? When she did that, I thought, girl, you jumping all on your stomach like that? What is going on with you? Trust me, I thought that 100%. Anna Rihanna says, Brick is Brick is welcome back and can have lunch with me at my place anytime. Sunny's new flavor of the month. Nina, sit your butt down. You know how to lie, manipulate, and stir the pot, please. My doorknob is more knowledgeable. Seriously, boo. Willow, you are a woman that is pregnant that has cancer. I agree she can stop the nonsense anytime. Drew needs to sit his butt down too. I think Drew will tell Carly he is looking for he's looking for her family, and Carly's gonna go into Carly overdrive trying to figure out what is going on. Yes, we're in the us stage now. Jocelyn and Dex. Will you help us? Carly is a bad mama jamma. Still. Oh, Nina, open your mouth about Carly, cause darn Sunny, she will whoop. I don't quite understand that part. Your narrow, well, Sunny, Carly will whoop her narrow behind, because Sunny won't do that. Sunny has told her to butt out of it all. Nina doesn't understand that she's doing the one thing Sunny can't stand. She's causing drama and bringing attention to Sunny. Oh, Nina, you're pushing Carly and Sunny together again. Thanks, boo-boo. Elizabeth isn't playing. She left Esme right there, LOL. Richard says, yes, daily recap lady, they found Nell's body in Pennsylvania. I didn't know where they found it. I just knew they found it across the river. And Queen of the South says, thank you for the recap. Sherry says, you are so funny today. I feel like you are reading my mind, LOL. And then Ron says, Michael's problem is he's all mouth in truth, but he wants to be like Sunny. But he will always be a mama's boy. And if Willow would ask that question, that might be some saying that, what's in it for me? I don't understand quite that comment. Medora says, maybe Stella is Curtis's mom, or Marshall was misdiagnosed. Stella would definitely have said she was Marshall's mother. Marshall. She was Thomas's and Curtis' mother. She would have said that, because remember, Stella gave up the love of her life. They even had him on the show a few years ago when his wife was dying. Back when Mike was diagnosed, his wife remember, that's who Mike fell in love with in Shady Brook. She was not the boy's mother. She left him to go and help her sister raise those boys. Sandy Moon says, for someone who has a hotel and a magazine, she sure finds time to get in everybody's business. Nosy know-it-all Nina is busy assuming something about Carly that she can run and report to Sunny. Poor sad Sunny shouldn't care about anything Carly's doing. Nothing to do with Drew. Nothing to do. Drew needs a storyline other than just being a helper for everyone else. I know Drew. When is Drew ever at work? None of them are ever at work. That's the interesting thing. Soap operas make them such professionals, and none of them are ever at work. Michael hasn't been at Aurora. Drew hasn't been at Aurora. Ned is the only one at work, right? He's working at ELQ because Valentine really hasn't been at ELQ at all. And then Eduardo says, entertaining as heck. Yeah, keep it up. What do you go by? Well, Eduardo, I go by Daily Recap Lady. That's what I go by. Well, all right, everybody, that is it. Not too much happening on General Hospital land, but you know what? They don't really have anything wow right now. They've kind of calmed down. And isn't it interesting? The hook killer has just stopped. What's going on with that? Nothing has happened. That's incredible. That is 100% incredible. So I will be back tomorrow on Thursday for another daily recap of General Hospital.